Okay, hi guys, it's Mike. Welcome back to the, channel. I don't know, that's what they call these things. Gonna talk about what to do when the power goes out. So we had a video on there about how to prepare, and now we're gonna talk about like steps to take once the power goes out. A winter storm comes in, now you don't have power. Uh-oh, because we just lost heat. Lost a lot of our systems, kind of lost our whole way of life because we started really relying so much on power. So going to give you some techniques about what to do when the power goes out. Okay, so first thing that you want to do when the power goes out, especially if it's going to be cold and it's going to stay cold, you want to preserve what heat you have in your home. Okay, obviously not a great time to be going in and out and open a bunch of doors and windows. Bad plan. The best thing you can do is, if your family's together, if it's during the day, go ahead and get them all in that same area, in one area. Follow some of the advice that my wife gave about closing off an area with blankets and sheets and that sort of thing, so you can make kind of a warm area inside the home. And if that can be around a fireplace, that's awesome. If you don't have a fireplace, no big deal. But hopefully you still have some source of heat, whether that be a portable heater or something like that. But close off an area inside the home. It's a whole lot easier to heat, 500 or 600 square feet than it is 3,000 or more square feet, right? So make a small area, everybody get in there, share your body heat, conserve that heat as much as possible. So that's kind of job number one, is preserve your heat. Job number two is going to be, if it's during the day and it's not dark yet, well, guess what? It's going to get dark. So get prepared for the dark. Candles, flashlights, know where your extra batteries are, and those sorts of things. Get ready for dark. Make sure that you're prepared for that. You want to get blankets. You want to have folks go ahead and put on extra clothes before you get cold. A lot of times down here in Texas, we'll go to sleep just in shorts and a t-shirt or something like that. But you don't want to wait until you get cold to go ahead and bundle up. Bundle up before you get cold. That'll preserve your body heat. And that can actually, that can be a lifesaver, honestly. So bundle up, get the kids and the dogs and mama in the blanket. And that's kind of a big deal there. So you want to do that. Make sure you got your batteries, your light. Next is going to be that source of heat. Let's talk about that a little bit more. If you have a fireplace, know how to use it. Make sure that you understand its use and operation with and without power before things happen. We got caught by that. This time we actually found out that the fireplace had a battery backup. I'm going to do another video to show you how to get your fireplace's battery backup going. Most modern gas fireplaces have a battery backup. So know how to use that. Make sure you have batteries that fit and you know how to get that thing going. I'll show you on mine. Most of them are pretty similar. If you got a wood burner, whole lot easier, right? Just make sure you got wood. And then you got a source of heat. But you got to do these things beforehand. You don't want to wait till it's 5 degrees outside and the north wind blowing to try to figure this stuff out. It's not any fun. So fireplace is obviously kind of the best source of heat that you can have in your small area. So you close your area, get your fireplace going. That'll preserve the heat that you've got. Other sources of heat. If you have a generator, we talked before about, if you have a generator, whether that be a big one or a small one, generator with a unit heater, that's a great option. If you've got that, just make sure that generator is outside. You do not want to run your generator inside. You will wake up dead. Not a good deal, right? So put it out in a well-ventilated area. Run an extension cord through through a window, through a door. Probably a window is best because then you can seal the bottom of the window with just a towel. Obviously, you don't want to leave a crack at the bottom of the window where wind can come in. So you just run that extension cord through, put a towel in there to kind of seal off that area, keep the wind from coming through, and you can have your generator running your space heater inside. So that's probably second best option. Third best would be something like this. I'm going to show you this. They call them a Mr. Heater or a Buddy Heater. You guys, if y'all camp a lot or go to hunting camp and that sort of thing, you've probably seen those things. That's a cool little system. It's a ceramic heater that runs off of propane. Safe for indoors. People use them in RVs and tents and that sort of thing, especially inside a house. There's plenty of room for them to be ventilated. So that's a nice little option too. And they crank out a lot of heat. The only problem is they use those little 1 pound Coleman bottles like this one. This one's all rusty, but you guys can see what I'm talking about, those little 1 pound bottles of propane, and they burn through them pretty quick. You know, if it's on kind of its max setting, you've probably got maybe an hour, hour and a half of heat from there. And they do make an adapter that you can get from Coleman to run them to a 20 pound bottle. But again, you don't really want a 20 pound bottle of propane inside your house with a combustion source. That's just a dangerous thing. So you kind of have to be careful with that. So really, just remember, man, safety is number one. You got to be paying attention to that, but those things work really good. Speaking of safety, some things you don't want to do. Open flame inside the house. If it's not in a fireplace, don't do it, you know. You definitely don't want to do that. Now, you can run the flame in, like, if you have a gas stovetop, you can do that. In fact, one of our neighbors shared a pretty cool idea with us. She just kept a pot of water boiling the whole time, like kept 2 burners going. You will have to start the burner with a match or with like a flame stick because your electrical system won't start it. So just be sure you have one of those. But you can use your gas stovetop without the power on. So, you know, having that hot water boiling, that kind of puts steam into the room. It keeps humidity in the room, and it does a great job of heating the room as well. So what we did is we just kept a couple of pots of boiling water going in the fireplace, and it was getting toasty in here. So, you know, those are a couple things that you can do. So, again, just to run it down real quick, get everybody in the same area, close off an area. Fireplace is your best, or a generator with a unit heater. If you don't have one of those, use a camp stove. If you don't have any of those, hopefully you have a gas stove that you can you know, put some boiling water on, and that'll help. Don't use open flame. Don't start a campfire in the middle of your room. That's a bad deal for a whole lot of different reasons. And other than that, just, you know, bundle up. If you have none of those, it's time to bundle up. And honestly, the best deal, if you don't have any of those sources of heat, if it's going to be cold for a long period of time, find a neighbor and go to their house or go to a hotel. You know, cold weather can reach up and bite you. Hypothermia is no joke, and it comes on you before you realize. So, you know, if you're going to be in that situation for a long time, take care of yourself and go somewhere warm. Okay, next video we're going to talk about fireplaces. I'll show you how to get your battery backup going and share some more info there. Thanks, everybody.